This lad on my road, I can't remember his name, but he was the first person I met who had a pro board. So I remember kind of around that time asking him where he got it, and that's when he mentioned about Clive's and the skate shop down on Hill Street.
I was slap bang in the middle between two blocks of flats. There was Hill Street on one side and Hardwick Street on the other. And it would have been a hard neighbourhood. But the locals, when I moved in there first, used to try and take advantage, but they got to know me and I got to know them, so I didn't get a whole lot of trouble from them.
I heard stories about Clive keeping a big bat under the counter, and I don't know whether that's true or not, but like that kind of nearly added to the mystery of it, and that was part of it as well. Like so.
Hill Street probably wasn't the best of all areas for skateboarders to be skating in. You'd arrive with a new board, and then you might get your new board robbed from a few of the locals. And that was always a bit of a task getting up to Hill Street, especially if you're a small kid. I was probably 11, so wandering up to Hill Street when you're 11 years old with £100 in your pocket trying to get a new board and hope to God you didn't get robbed.
Yeah, I was literally bunking school from probably 4th class, 5th class. I used to go to school up in Glasnevin. We used to bunk off school. It was a pretty short skate down to Hill Street. They'd some quarter pipes out the front of the shop. Then that developed into having a half pipe beside the shop. And then again, Saturday, Sunday was like the main street skating days for around the city.
All different corners of Ireland, like we're coming down, spending the weekend going skating. Like you'd see about 50, 60 skaters at a time going down O'Connell Street and go down to Baggot Street, going to Central Bank, going to around all the different spots. Like, starting at 10 o'clock, coming back at 6, and then hang out for an hour, watch a video, and then go do it all again at night time.
At one stage, I thought it was time to maybe do something on a slightly bigger scale than just have ramps outside the shop. So there's a place in Dunleary, it was the Top Hat Ballroom. In fact, I think it was Wally Wabbits then after that. But the Top Hat Ballroom had a lovely maple wooden floor and a balcony viewing area and the whole lot. And it was only used on a Thursday night for bingo, which was a terrible shame. In 1990, the Bones Brigade came over. They were used to touring Europe and England, and I don't think Tony Hawk had ever heard of Ireland before. I wouldn't have thought he knew where it was on the map. But I made contact with a few people in England who I knew and said, look, it'd be great if these guys could come over. And they said, well, if you look after them for the weekend, we'll send them over. So I agreed to that, and Tony Hawk and a few others came over. We put on a big demo.